Villains are very important to a story's overall flow and themes, and SMG4 has quite the villainous roster. My name is Wuwo, and this is my top 10 favorite SMG4 villains of all time. Let it be clear that I will consider when a character has an antagonistic appearance, even if they're not necessarily evil. My opinion is also not a fact, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. Number 10. Bob. You might be thinking, wait, Bob isn't a villain? How come he be number 10 on this list? Well, sit down folks and let me tell you a little story. While Bob hasn't been a villain recently, there was a whole arc with him as its antagonist, and his more good side is very shown throughout the storyline, just as his selfish one is shown. This all makes for a sympathetic character that is much more relatable than a simple evil mustache-twirling villain. While Bob has changed into a much more good character, what we did get with him as a villain was pretty good.
Well, I just wanted to be your friend. I am not crazy. I'm just lonely.
Number 9. Saiko. Again, while Saiko isn't technically a villain anymore, she was back at the old days. What makes her so interesting though is that while you can see she's completely crazy, being obsessed by attention, she's also very relatable and has a sad backstory that makes you feel sorry for her. On other terms, she is truly a terrifying villain that made even the likes of Wario and Waluigi fear her. What we got with Saiko as a villain was all pretty good material and manages to land her at the 9th spot on this list. Number 8. Admiral S Swipe. Here's a fan favorite. Originally appearing in the two-part special Seaside Stupidity, the captain of the Teletub Marauders was an evil collector that crossed paths with SMG4 in past. Personally, I just love the concept of this character, and I'm surprised SMG4 hasn't used him very much in the last few years. Hopefully this one-off villain makes a return in the series soon. Number 7. Bowser. While Bowser has shifted to the good side recently, that does not erase his past as a villain to the SMG4 show, often kidnapping Peach and trying to take over the Mushroom Kingdom. And as a villain, he works just as well as his official Nintendo counterpart. He's conniving, he's horny, and he's a terrible father. Okay, maybe he's not as similar as the normal Bowser, but he's still overall a great joke villain. Oh!
Oh, shit! Daddy.
Number 6. Susan Wachakabank. No one can pronounce this villain's last name correctly, yet that does not make her any less memorable. Being the CEO of YouTube, Susan is in charge of some very important stuff, which may have led to her tyranny over the platform, in the SMG4 universe, and in real life. She's the guardian of the remote and a constant foe to SMG4, Mario, and the rest of the game. But in order to stop a greater evil, she did side with the heroes to stop SMG3, even if only for a short period of time. Put all of that together, and you just have an amazing and complex villain.
Susan, you may have the honors.
Number 5. Enzo. Do you remember this guy? If you don't, you probably already heard about him. This friend of SMG4 turned psychopath was once a normal guy before getting his birthday party ruined by Mario, threatening to have revenge by killing him and SMG4. When hiring SMG4's nemesis SMG3 to kill his old friend didn't work, Enzo had to resort to trying it himself, which would later get him arrested and wanting even more vengeance. He would later appear in the episode The Visitor, where he killed many victims by shoving them into toilets. He would soon get stopped by SMG4 once again. Last time we saw him, he was finally able to make peace by receiving a birthday cake from Mario. However, with Enzo's increasing popularity, we can only imagine what SMG4 could have in store for him.
Yes.
Say, I'm hungry. Have you got any food?
Yes.
Number 4. Ztar. Not even newts can satisfy this villain's thirst for destruction. Being created by the likes of SMG3 and Bowser, all we know about this star is that it wants to destroy everything. Its sheer power alone managed to turn SMG3 and Bowser to SMG4's side in order to stop it. While this villain is pure evil, he's also part Toad, which makes his threat just a bit more comedic while still being quite serious. Fortunately for the Mushroom Kingdom, Ztar has been far gone from the SMG4 show, and its brother, the Good Star, ought to keep it that way.
Hi, how are you doing today? My name is Toad.
Number 3. Francis. Francis is considered the single most evil SMG4 character of all time. And that's saying something considering Ztar is 95% evil and 5% Toad. His many acts against the Inkling Kind, Maggie, and Dusty have disgusted us all deeply and made us deeply hate this selfish psychopath. With plans of world domination by the name of anime, this weeb is the embodiment of toxicity and shall remain as one of the most evil beings of all SMG4 history. That being said, only being evil doesn't necessarily make you the best villain. You need some extra spice to go along with it. And the next two characters have just that.
Anime is awesome. There is no greater form of entertainment on the face of the earth.
Number 2. Waluigi. Waluigi was a great villain not only because he was a terrifying powerhouse, but also because he had a relatable backstory and motive that made him an overall sympathetic antagonist. Being denied an invitation to the new Smash Bros. Game, Waluigi goes out on a quest to seek the necessary power to completely control the Mushroom Kingdom. Luke and Kevin delivered really well on exploring this character and his relationship to his brother, which would eventually redeem him. We've all been rejected at some point in our lives, and that's why Waluigi's quest for self-worth is such an amazing journey in all the ways possible.
Waluigi.
And now for some honorable mentions.
Here we go! On the rails!
Whee! Whee!
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss it, huh?
You bust the hole,
You will be crushed to death.
Hi, how are you?
Ooh, this is so much fun.
You son of a... Oh, hell no!
game's ending early. I'm a power-hungry man in a bit of a hurry. With all these rules you expect me to comply, here's a rule cool.
Shut up, SMG3. Fucking god, do you want me to get sued? Oh, where we were again? Number 1, SMG3. Who else could have stolen the number 1 spot? SMG3 is by far the most classic SMG4 villain of all time, even recently making a return in the YouTube arc, now fully voiced by actor Jeeves. SMG3 was a copycat of SMG4 that always felt envy out of his rival since he was always the funnier and more successful YouTuber. Out of his hatred of SMG4, SMG3 has executed multiple plans in order to get an upper hand on his rival, but to no avail. He recently tried to replace the entirety of the SMG4 cast with his own, but was soon stopped by SMG3 and the gang, being exiled to the internet graveyard. While SMG4 did say SMG3 died, James has told that this would not be the last time we saw SMG3, and we can't wait to see more of this villain.
Wait, no, this is a prank! Come on, guys. Please don't do this.
Hello there, boy.
And that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and be sure to leave your own opinions down in the comments below. For now, this is all. My name is Wuwo, and thanks for watching.